welcome back to my channel. This is Jasmine here, and today I'm going to show you how I tame this hair and make it look super awesome and beautiful. Just kidding. This is a style that I have been thinking about doing for quite some time, and it is a perm rod set. And basically this style got me through the darkest times of my life, which were transitioning and every girl's worst nightmare. Transitioning, the do I big chop? Do I continue to live this horrible life with this horrible hair? And as you can see, I made it through, and this was a style that really helped me whenever I was just struggling for like having one little tiny curl. I showed you guys in a previous video when my hair was blonde and it was just super fried. Well, in my opinion, a lot of people are like, bitch, your hair was not fried, it was good. My opinion was that my hair was not as curly as it could be. I did the perm rod set, which is what I'm gonna show you here shortly. So keep watching. I'm gonna be using a few products. Nothing costs more than maybe $12. So if this is something that you are thinking about doing because you're transitioning and your poor little hair is just not doing what you want it to do not despair. You can achieve a great look. It'll take about 30 minutes to put this in my hair, so maybe even longer because I do have a lot of hair, as you can tell. Also, I started out with my hair air dried. I hope that you guys enjoy this video, like I said, and keep watching your girl. All right, bye. Okay, so let's jump right in, and first you're gonna start by parting your hair in 4 sections. That's how I always section my hair whenever I'm doing any kind of protective style. You're gonna part the front part into 2, and I always do it, by the way, I like my hair to lay. So if you want like a side part it at that area. If you want a middle part, then part it in the middle. So for this, I'm gonna part mine on the side, and then I will clip the hair out of my way, and then I'll start on the back and section that into 2 as well. Okay, so after I section off one part of the back side, then I'll go to the other side and split that in half and clip the top half up and then start on the bottom half. That's how I always start my protective styles whenever I section them off. And when you have a lot of hair, or just in general, being organized is very important whenever you're doing protective styles, because you can't just go and putting perm rods in random parts of your hair, because it's not going to be easy and it's not going to turn out right. So the products that I'm using is a leave-in conditioner by Novex, and then I also have the olive oil by ORS foaming mousse set, and I'm using those on each section of hair that I roll up. So I start with about 1-inch sections, and then I use the rat tail comb and I smooth it out with the product that I've already put in my hair, and then I'll start rolling the hair into the perm rod. I took the biggest perm rods that I have, which are the orange pack, and so I make sure that I smooth the ends and get that secured and then roll it up. So notice how I roll the perm rod around instead of rolling the hair around, and then I'll secure the top portion. Make sure you secure the part with the hair and not on the bottom half, because then the perm rod will just roll out. So I just continue this motion all throughout my head, and the only thing that's different is that I'll start to use different size perm rods as I get closer to the top portions of my head, and I just like to use that to vary the different sizes of curls. And I like smaller curls on the top portion of my head and bigger curls on the bottom. But you can do the opposite if you like, or you can just do random ones if that's up to you. So it just depends on what style that you're looking for. And I also have a spray bottle of water, which I am using just in case that the hair isn't as saturated as I want it to be, to get it to wrap around the perm rods. And so you'll see me spraying different sections randomly, just depending on how damp I want the hair to be to get it to wrap around the rod. So I'm just going to continue to do this motion, so keep watching. And if you want to skip ahead, if you don't want to see all this, if you figured that you have the motion down, then just skip right ahead to whenever I start to dry my hair. So yeah, this is not an easy style to achieve. It does take some time and patience, and you'll see me throughout this video starting to roll a perm rod up, and then it just doesn't work out, so then I'll just start over again, and I'll sometimes make too big of a section, so I'll have to fix that section and make it smaller. So it's just trial and error, and just really making sure that you do have the right amount of hair in, and that it's secured properly, and that it's tight enough, because if it's not tight enough or it's not secured properly, then you're not going to get the style that you want, because it's going to come out too stretched out and just won't dry properly. It'll just look like a little frizzy mess. So it's really important to make sure that if you're going to dedicate your time to doing the style, that you do it right. So keep watching. It's going to take a little bit of time, so like I said, just skip forward if you don't want to watch this entire process, and then you can just see how I dry it and just see me struggling. But after a while, it does get a little bit easier. It's a little bit time consuming. This all in all took me about 45 minutes to get all of these perm rods in my hair. So enjoy.
I try too much. If I can do this by my own, why the fuck I stress too much if I know that the good times will come? Why the fuck I try too much if I can do this by my own, need to close my eyes. Close my eyes, I've seen enough. No, wake me up when the sun is up. Wake me up when the sun is up. Why the fuck I try too much if I can do this by my own? Why the fuck I stress too much if I know that the good times will go? fuck I try too much? If I can do this by my own, why the fuck I stress too much if I know that the good times will come? Why the fuck I try too much if I can do this by my own, need to close my eyes, need to close my eyes. Heart of seeing enough. No, wake me up when the sun is up. Wake me up when the sun is up.
Yes, finally I am finished with the entire process on my entire head, and now I'm gonna get a bonnet, a lacy one that I purchased I believe a long time ago from Sally's. I don't know if they're still there, but I liked it because it's ventilated, so I popped that over the perm rods. And then I will grab the hair dryer, which is a bonnet hair dryer that I also purchased from Sally's, and this one is by Hot Tools, which they definitely should still have this one in store because this is one of the items that I have been using for years and years and years, and it's probably the third one that I have purchased. But they're great to have in your house for any particular reason. If you just need to dry your hair after a wash or just for any purpose, they're great to have around. So now I'm going to take all of the perm rods out of my hair. This took me about 10 minutes or so, but this is probably the best part. And all in all, sitting under the hair dryer, which I did for maybe 4 hours under the low setting, and then I got tired of waiting, so I put it on the hot setting, but I would only stay under the hot for a certain amount of time, probably like 10 minutes at a time, just because I didn't want to ruin my hair. Especially if you're transitioning, you don't want to put too much heat on your hair, so I would suggest just using the low setting. But since my hair is already transitioned and I don't really use heat in my hair, I decided to do it anyway. So yeah, so once I take all of these out, I'll start to separate each curl individually, and then I'll use a hair pick to achieve some volume, and I will show you that in just a second. So this is the final look. I picked out the hair at the roots and also separated the curls with my fingers and a little bit of oil. I hope that you've liked this video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up and also subscribe. Alright guys, talk to you later.